good thing we had a good slate of games on Saturday because our good friends down at Florida State, they set it off for us on Friday. They gave us a good one on Friday night in Scott Stadium, number 8 Florida State versus Virginia. And UVA drew 50,000 fans, largest crowd in a couple of years, and everybody's seen it at this point. They stormed the field like an enthusiastic group of Kentucky Derby horses. Like, that was the quickest field rush I have ever seen. Could you say the same?
Yeah, it was like that field was designed for it to have field rushes. I don't know what the concept is. The hill,
The
where they've got
hill is
everything lined up
crazy.
in that. Like the way that stadium's designed, it's like it's designed for UVA to upset your favorite football team and then to rush the field after. That's what it felt like. I was watching those clips, and I mean, prayers up to that Florida State player. I mean, he just got trampled. But so
No,
did their
actually,
UVA player. Like there was no shame in their game. They said, "Field rush, I'm here." Which is great. I mean, field rushes are great for college football. I hate that we find teams for doing field rushes because it's a once in a lifetime memory. I don't know why we take that away from the fans. The fans always support, so it's the one chance for the fan to be able to truly feel equal, I guess, in an extent, to be able to celebrate with the
same playing
players
field,
and
right?
to get out there. So I think that's really cool and really great for college football.
It was funny too. I thought that they said there was 50,000 fans in attendance and they got fined $50,000. It was like $1 every fan that rushed the field. I thought that was just pretty coincidentally funny.
Yeah, that's the thing, bro. Like the field rush fines are just such a joke that they
Give me
don't
the
actually
dollar
hurt the
every
program.
single
Yeah,
time.
they're gonna pay the money every single time, especially for a program win like that with Tony Elliott and that staff
Yep.
who's been searching for a quarterback, searching for that win. Right, that program
Mhm.
has been bad for a few years, but they had some years of highlights in the early 2000. Late 2010s. They had some years of success. So I think they've been just trying to get back to that term. And for 50,000 people to show up to a UVA team that was 4-1, had already lost a game, and didn't have much hope, for them to come out and win that game. I mean, dude, what a game! What an impressive environment. And I think Florida State fans contributed to that 50,000 too, because there was a good chunk of Florida State fans there. When Florida State was making a play, you could hear their fans. But at the end of the day, man, that double overtime thriller and UVA squunk it out. I was looking at the stats in this game, and I was kind of trying to figure out where the difference maker really was. And to be fair, they're really similar, right? UVA had 27
Very
first downs.
similar.
Florida State had 24. UVA was a little bit more efficient on third down and more efficient on fourth down. And
Yep.
usually, if you can be more efficient on those game-changing downs, they usually result in a win. They also both teams averaged over 4 yards a carry on the ground, so that's huge. That means the running offense was working. And for UVA, they threw 3 interceptions and still found a way to win. Right, that's crazy.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, what helped them that is they forced some turnovers too. It was an even turnover battle game, both having 3, which is good because if you even out the turnover battle, you even out the game, right? It's like what's happening on the field. If you have an even turnover battle, it can go in a flip flop way. So it did end up that way, and obviously game-ending interception for Castellanos. That's why they almost made the comeback, because they did have the win in the turnover battle for a while, right? So that's why
Yeah.
it looked like Florida State may come back and win this game, and then obviously, that catch where he bobbled and da 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 da
Oh,
da, and that's just a tough break. But
yeah.
he was like a DJ set with the football. Okay, he was just, he was pumping it up, and yeah, just a hell of a game, and I really enjoyed watching this game on a Friday night.
Totally. I thought it was a good tip your hat win to Virginia. Obviously, like you mentioned, a program kind of struggling in the last couple of years. I think they're looking like the most improved team in the ACC, right over 30 transfers on this team. Chandler Morris, the quarterback, being the main one. And like you mentioned, the discrepancies in this game were kind of hard to find, right? Like both teams have over 415 yards. That's a high-powered football game. Rushing and red zone perspective, Florida State 256 yards on the ground. Virginia had over 200. Virginia 5 for 5 in the red zone. Florida State was 6 for 7. Like this was a very, very good football game. So for me, it was Virginia's run game kind of was the difference after halftime, and what it did to help the Cavaliers kind of control the clock from there. But Virginia, I know this was a Friday night game. They picked up their most significant win in program history since the 2019 regular season ender against Virginia Tech. I thought just a couple of years ago, but certainly a big one for Virginia. Any more on this one before we head into the real Saturday slate?
No, but I will pat myself on the back because I told Florida State fans time and time again that you guys were getting ranked too high in your rankings, and I kept you low ranked in the TND poll for a reason. And a lot of you guys complained, and to my complaint, I would say a lot of you guys don't know ball. A lot of you guys also said this wasn't a trap game, and this was the definition of a trap game. Okay, I like this. I like to call trap games it's smelly. It's stinky. This game was smelly, man. Okay, this game was as Cam Ward would say, this game was stinky. And it was a trap game. And Florida State fans, I'm accepting written apologies. It needs to be handwritten. I'm not accepting them through DMs. They need to be a handwritten. And you made DM me an apology statement for trying to keep you in a reality check because you guys were on cloud nine for beating an Alabama team that was missing their starting running back and Tim Keenan, which clearly, if those two players are playing, Alabama's a different ball team. But that's a combo for a different day.
Totally.
That's all I had. That's all I had.
For Virginia, just one more quick thing. Tony Elliott, I think, might have earned another additional year onto his contract heading into next season. So a great win for Virginia. Who knows where Florida State goes from here? A big game this week. We'll talk about that in just 1 second.